What's going on, guys? It's your boy TapX Taunts, and today what I got for you guys is a DNA bomb on the map Solar with the BAL-27 like every other one so far. But the only difference is I feel like the ones that have already been gotten have been with the better BAL, the Obsidian Steel one. I definitely saw a video on it. I think it was Doom's. Too Smooth got it. He had an Obsidian Steel one, and that one, that BAL, that specific one, does 2 more damage, and I think it's got 1 more range or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's got 2 more damage, so the gun is like super OP, and I know it's really accurate because I was watching the video. But overall, I feel like this is a good gameplay, not trying to down anyone else, but this is just with the regular BAL, no special one. I'm going to put a picture of my class on the screen and everything so you guys can see, and see my exact class setup, and I'll do a whole setup video tomorrow so everyone can see exactly what I got and all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. And today what I'm going to talk to you guys about is a little, like a life story that I've got, I guess, because I'm not really sure what to talk about because I already talked about Advanced Warfare once, and yeah, that's more than enough talking about that game. So today what we're going to talk about is about, I guess, the time that I got hurt, and this is when I had to get 25 stitches in my forehead, and this all started when I was about 6 or 7. We went racing a lot, like my family and I, because we pretty much have racing is in our blood. My dad's side especially, because his great grandfather was a race car driver, and then then his son, and then his son, and then my dad, and then me. So yeah, quite a few generations there of racing. And for some reason we've always had the number 03, if anyone was wondering what number we had. So what was happening was we went to a racetrack, and what happened at the racetrack was it was 4th of July, so there was like a 2-day race. It was Saturday and Sunday, because normally we only raced on Saturdays, so nobody could complain about the times of the hours and all that stuff. So we normally race on Saturdays, and this race I think was on a Sunday and 4th of July. And when they started shooting off the fireworks, I was, I think, 8, 7, 8, something like that, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. And I was quite young, so I'm actually going to guess 7, 6 or 7, not 8, but that's besides the point. So this is when I was quite young, so I mean, I couldn't run super fast yet because I wasn't like old enough to be matured about able to run or any of that. So it was me, my sister, and my 2 cousins, and I think one of my cousins was about the same age as me. My sister's 3 years older, and the other boy was 3 years older, so he was like 9 or 10 or something like that, and he was able to outrun me because he was older, but now I can outrun him because he's way less athletic than me, and now that I can outrun him, it's way better for me. But going on with the rest of the story was, we went to go see the fireworks up closer, and when I started to run, he ran by me, and his shoelace was untied, so I tripped over his shoelace, and where I had gone from there, this is all just downhill. I had actually fell over like his shoelace or whatever, tripped on it, whatever happened, and my forehead smashed into a metal garbage can, and then into a metal pole, and then I came down and smashed into straight like concrete or something like that. I'm not really sure what it was, and like straight cement. And when I smacked the cement, I got knocked out, and then I remember just waking up, and I saw my sister, and I had a little gray sweatshirt, sweater on, and it was all like red because of the blood coming out of my head. So my sister's just screaming "Mom!" and my mom comes around the corner, and my sister grabs me and runs me to my mom. My mom runs over to my dad. My dad was on the other side of the pit gate, and he ran me over to the ambulance, and the ambulance was only on like in the pit gate, and only people who were in the pits were allowed to go past there. So my mom wasn't allowed to go by, and there was a cop there watching so that nobody could go by. So my uncle was standing there with my mom, and he wound up punching the cop in the face, knocking him out, so my mom, my sisters, and he could go through to come see me. So he actually got away with that. Not really sure how that all happened, but yeah. So going on with the rest of the story was, I had to get some butterfly stitches while I was in there so that it would stay, like they could slow down the bleeding. So I'm at 3rd, and they asked me if I wanted to take a ride in the ambulance, and I was just like, no, fuck that, like, I don't trust the ambulance. And my dad had to stop racing, drive me to the hospital, and when we got to the hospital, I look in the mirror, and I just started crying, because, you know, little kids with blood, they just want to cry. So when I looked in the mirror and everything, I started crying. My mom just, like, held me like I was a baby. But after I went into the ER, he started doing the stitches and everything, and I didn't even know. Like, I had no clue he was doing it. And it's the very last poke he did to go through. I was like, "Are you almost done?" Or I was like, "Are you gonna start?" And as soon as I said, "Are you gonna start?" he was like, "All right, we're finished." And I was just like, "What?" And I didn't even know he started. But during the whole procedure, my mother was asking me, she's like, "Oh, what would you like to get? What do you want? This, that, the third." And that's one of the first ways I started playing like video games, because I wanted a video game. I think that's when I got the regular Xbox with Halo. So yeah, that's how I started with video games. But yeah, so after all that, that's pretty much the whole story. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully you guys do want to hear some more life stories, because I've got a lot of them, like a whole lot of them. You guys can ask me questions or tell me what to talk about. Comment section below. Make sure you guys go down in the description, check all those links. I have my Twitter down there, make sure you go follow me. And I have started live streaming, so if you guys want, then you can go follow me on Twitch. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. This is Taunts, and I'm out. Peace.